there's tons of people that have sacrificed and will be parts of this that are not part of Hex at all. And that's bullish on one side because, more people, more players, we have a bigger game to play. The other side of this is like, where's the motivation? I think PulseX has the better short-term tokenomics, right? Because like Pulse really has one tokenomic, and that's that it goes away. Versus PulseX has the single-sided staking system. It also goes away. There's a lot of like quicker, shorter-term games you can play with PulseX. So what I think happens is like one of two things. Either the PulseX tokenomics demand everyone who's in Pulse to like kind of go into PulseX, and PulseX moons a little bit, or the other outlier that we have no idea what the actual answer to this is until it happens, is how many people sacrifice to PulseX because they miss Pulse. You know what I mean? Like,
and that was their plan.
Yeah, and their whole plan from this entire time is to dump PulseX for Pulse because they missed it, and they want the layer 1 token because maybe they want to stake that layer 1 token with the validator, right? Like there is.
Well, that's their original plan, but you think chewing on it over a year, you think that they could be like, whoa, now that I see PulseX's capabilities.
Yeah, it's possible. But, like I do think PulseX has the better, like, short-term or shorter-term tokenomics, but, and, like, Pulse is a much better long-term option. But it's hard to say, because with Hex, like, what people can do, right? It's well defined that, like, well, you're either going to hold liquid or you're going to stake. Like, and if you stake, we know you're going to stake it for this amount of time, or else you're going to get destroyed by fees. Like, these are all guarantees in Hex. Hex has a lot of guarantees in it. There are much less guarantees in once Pulse launches over what happens in the relation between Pulse, PulseX, and all the other things that happen on top of it. And like we have ecosystem things like Fiat coming out with their Aave fork, right? Like that could be a big deal, right? Because that effectively means we will have shorting in some form on PulseChain fairly early. And like shorting does crazy things to prices,